Well, now, as a proposition, that sucks.
You got a better idea?
Oh, that's one thing you never have to worry about. You solicit me, you come to my door, you walk in my house, you eye my wife. And I guarantee you a better idea. For life. A friend you will never lose. A singing Mexican at your funeral.
From Santa Barbara, A. Martinez. And the winner is from Santa Barbara, A. Martinez.
Thank you. I want to thank Marcy Walker, my partner. I love you too. It's so wonderful to be on Santa Barbara. My son saw a movie that I was in about 15 years ago recently, and I was wandering around doing some ridiculous thing. And he, the next day I heard him in the yard screaming, ow, ow, ow. And I said, Cody, are you okay? He said, yes, Daddy, I'm acting. And it made me think about the fact that my career used to be about ow almost all the time until I got to be on Santa Barbara. So thank you, everyone, for this. It's an honor. And I'm thrilled to get honored for something that's such a pleasure to do. Thank you.
Good work. So jealous of you now that you've retired. Somebody call?
I was just going to call Kelly. There was a message on the answering machine that Dante's been arrested.
Great. Great.
Was he doing something for you?
We can't be away one night without somebody getting into something that one of us has to get him out of.
I'm sorry, the yacht was my idea.
Oh, don't you dare be sorry.
It was nice, wasn't it?
Yeah. Not nice enough to keep that look from coming back, though, huh?
What look?
It looked like you just remembered something I'm not supposed to know about. I'm sorry, I don't mean to be turning into a total jerk like I... It was very nice. I guess I better call and see what's up. CW, it's Cruz. Well, we picked him up.
What for?
It was my fault.
What did you have him do?
He was just checking around.
For that he got arrested?
He broke into Craig Hunt's room.
So he got carried away.
Not at all. He was following my instructions.
Why would you tell him to break into Hunt's room?
He was planting a listening device. It's really not something you want to know about.
Oh, okay.
Look, I told you, weeks ago it came down to me that Hunt was somebody who was worth watching.
Yeah, well, I don't think this is particularly what they had in mind, do you? I mean, if it was, then the department would be handling it, right? Now, if you're doing this because you want to protect me, then I think that you shouldn't do it.
Aiden, I gotta go, okay? Yeah, could somebody bring Jack Dante up to my office, please? Well, then after his bail hearing. Yeah, thanks. Mr. Quigley, it's Cruz Castillo. How are you? Great. Listen, what are my chances of getting some flowers delivered by the end of the day? Well, I'd sure appreciate it. Yeah, it's just one of those special occasions that came up, and I didn't realize it until almost too late. What about bail?
I can make bail. I got a great lawyer. It's an occupational necessity.
Man, I'm not going to sit here and play dumb while you twist in the wind. What if you lose your license?
What if you lose your job? Yeah, I knew what the risks were going in, and I went in. So far, your name hasn't come up. And it won't if you use the good sense God gave grapes and you keep your mouth shut.
Well, Mr. Dante, I presume. Robert Barr.
Yeah, I got a lump on my head from the airport with your initials on it.
No, my initials. I'm very careful where I leave my mark. You, on the other hand, leave a trail that seems to lead everywhere. Even here.
I know you're in the habit of barging through whichever door happens to catch your eye, whether you want it on the other side or not. If you don't mind, I'm in the middle of questioning this man.
Well, I'm here to tell you can quit. The charges have been dropped against Mr. Dante. You can call me soft-hearted, but I hate to see a small businessman put out of commission. Of course, I'm trusting that this particular small businessman will not be around anymore, period.
Check with the desk sergeant outside.
Well, I guess he's expecting you to thank me, since you're the one he was taking the fall for. Tell me something. If you're a good cop, what do they call a bad cop around here? Captain?
You want to speak to my captain? Is that the message I'm supposed to be getting?
Wouldn't that kind of squash this illicit surveillance of me you've got running on the side? I thought people like me were supposed to do things like that, not people like you. Well, maybe you ought to be investigated. Maybe you ought to be bugged.
Well, I'm sure my captain would enjoy hearing anything you had to say.
What are you, some kind of kamikaze? You ready to throw your whole career away for the momentary pleasure of talking tough? Maybe you don't know that I enjoy taking a dare.
I know you enjoy taking. But I'm not going to bust my gut to shut you up, believe me. You want to talk? Talk. I have survived worse than you.
Well, what are you going to say when your captain asks you if it's true?
One way to find out.
Look, I have a proposition to make. I'm not a spoiler. I don't want to get a big kick out of throwing you out in the street. So in return, maybe you can call off this game of yours. It's not going to work anyway. You're not going to find anything on me. Now, I put up with it before because I found your loyalty to your near and dear in-laws kind of touching. But the takeover is over. It's beyond preventing. So why don't you just go back to your jaywalkers? Clean up the streets, why don't you? Go back to playing basketball with deprived kids who look up to you as their role model. Give it a rest.
Well, that was a proposition. That sucks.
You got a better idea?
Ah, that's one thing you never have to worry about. You solicit me, you come to my door, you walk in my house, you eye my wife. And I guarantee you a better idea. For life. A friend you will never lose. A singing Mexican at your funeral. See, I know you stink. I just don't know how high. You stink here, you stink in Vegas. Where else do you stink? I'll find out. Meanwhile, you want to ruin me? Break out your wrecking ball, man. Tell my captain I shoot up Clorox. Tell my mama I take dirty pictures of altar boys. What do you think I am? One of your moosed-up millionaires knocking his knees at the thought of losing my country estate? I've got nothing for you to ruin. Except what I got at home. And that you will not touch. Believe it. That you can trust, like I was the Federal Reserve.
Sometimes looking is touching. Sometimes looking is taking.
No. What looking is what you've got left when your pants and your bed are empty.
We'll just have to see about that, won't we?
You know, you've got less of a personal person to you than any man I've ever met, Mr. Barr.
Yeah, well, I'm looking to expand in the very near future. I've got a first-rate personal person in mind. Beachfront location. Great view. Regrets in every room.
Now I see your mouth flapping, but nothing's coming out. You know, a good surgeon could do something about that thing. Tighten it up for you. Wire it shut. Meanwhile, why don't you take it on the road? Some of us work.
Some of you do. For the moment.
And I thought you were a busy man.
And so I am. Paying a business call at your wife's request.
Bye.
He's looking forward to what?
Working with him. I'm going to work part-time, and I can work out of the house.
Should I bother to say I'm amazed?
We might be able to save the company.
I thought I was taking care of that end of things.
My mother thinks so.
Your mother is working with a woman who can barely tie her own shoes. Barr doesn't strike me as the kind of guy who's going to let go. Does he strike you that way?
Well, I think I owe it to the company to be sure.
Well, what can I say? It's your life.
No, it's our life.
This is not the best example of that.
Thank you for the flowers.
I was hoping to remind you, Eden, or maybe remind myself of what this is all about. This house, these stupid jobs, our children. It's about us, about what we've made of ourselves and of each other. The rest of it is so much smoke and used to be treated as such.
No, I don't need to be reminded every single day, every hour, every minute, every second of how important you are to my life, that my life would be just empty if you weren't in it. I love you very much. I would love to be able to fit everything the way you want it to fit. But sometimes I can't.
Cruz. I saw you drive up.
This is not a good time.
Okay, but tomorrow a mystery man arrives from Las Vegas. Any special instructions?
Yeah, you go home and fry yourself a pork chop and go to bed early, get up tomorrow and start making a living again. This is my show now. So what exactly is the plan here? Just get Cruz out under the big open sky and he'll see the error of his ways?
Something like that, yeah.
Uh-huh. Well, I'm not ready for this. No, you know, Papa, I haven't had anything to eat today.
I know that.
You know that? Then why are we standing here in the cold? Let's drive someplace and get something to eat. We'll talk it over there, okay? The keys in the car?
You're not going anywhere. I don't care if you freeze. You've got to pay attention to your life and give it more time than it deserves.
Let go of me, please.
No.
You know, this is starting to remind me of being 16. And I'm not 16 anymore.
Hey, if you're threatening me, Crucito, you better be ready to make it good, boy.
You lost your mind. I'll drive.
I'm talking to you.
Oh, piece of me, mister. You better! Oh, God! What do you want? Is this what you were trying to do? You want us to act like a couple of idiots?
It's time that you got angry. Get up. If you bury it, it'll paralyze you.
What am I supposed to do? You want me to act like a caveman till I go knock her over the head and take her off into the jungle? For a marriage to work, both people have to want it to.
Both of them! First of all, Edie didn't say that she was never going to come back. And that she didn't want you to leave forever, or that she didn't want you to come back. You're the one who's giving up. And that's because you're afraid. I made you afraid.
Oh, what the hell was that?
What I'm talking about is when I left the house, and I walked out that door. A door closed inside you, too, son. You became afraid of being abandoned again. You pretended not to care. You know, that was pretty good defense for a young kid. You're a grown man now. You've got to find the courage to open that door again. And don't play it safe. Stop protecting us.
I don't know if I can do that now, Papa. I don't know.
You've got to try. You've got to find out for yourself and for Eden and for your kids. I mean, as far as I'm concerned, please stay out here. I want you to stay out here for a while. Alone. Get in touch with yourself. Please.
To what? I've been alone since I left what was supposed to be my house.
So all you're talking about, those cases that you had down there at the station. You're just trying to lose yourself in your work. It's not the same. That's what I'm talking about. Remember when you were little? I taught you about this little boy. One who became your great-great-grandfather.
Santiago. The one who survived the long walk. I remember about that.
That's right. He used to wear this in his hair. There was a tribal rite that he was part of. When he was a young boy, he was sent away from the village, miles away, alone in the wilderness, and he just was there. No food, no clothing, no weapon, nothing. But when he came back, he had learned many important things about himself.
Don't you think, Papa, that I'm a little old to be doing a rite of passage into my manhood?
You know, the soldiers used to scout for this. He died with it on. I want you to have it. I want you to find what you've lost, okay? Just do that. You've got to.
Look, you're not really going to do this. You're not just going to drive off and leave me standing out here in the middle of nowhere?
I am. You know something? I wasn't brave enough to do it myself. Actually, I'm feeling pretty good now. For the first time, I feel like a real father. God, I hope I'm right. Here you go.
the most beautiful girl in the world. The most beautiful baby I ever saw.
Saw you fire.
Well, be my guest.
Thanks.
What's your name?
Dan Yellowhawk.
I'm Cruz Castillo. So, what are you doing out here, Dan? Your car break down or something?
No. I was hiking.
Oh, yeah. Well, I'll probably be doing a little hiking myself before this adventure's over. I'm out here to spend the night under the stars. Actually, I think I'm going to enjoy it.
Not tonight. Storm's coming.
What are you talking about? There's not a cloud in the sky. In fact, that's the Milky Way over there. You know?
Won't be long now. They say the one thing everybody's born knowing is when to come in out of the rain. Don't know if it's true myself. Rupture fire.
Looks like you did a better job of it than I did.
All fire is the same fire. There's Navajo in your family.
Yeah. How did you know?
We learned to recognize each other. What was your name?
Castillo.
Before that.
Oh, I never had another name.
That's one way of looking at it.
Well, I mean, you could say we all have 1,000 names if you believe it. What was that?
Everything comes in out of the rain, you know. Even travelers. Everything finds a home.
My father was telling me about some old Navajo customs. About being out in the wild, having to find your way. Did your father or your grandfather maybe ever do anything like that?
You find a cave, you build a fire. There's a pool of water. In the water, you see a mirror of a time before your time. You hear the voices of your father and his father before him. Nobody does that.
Where are you going?
Home,
But it's still pouring outside.
but you're okay here. Whatever lives here, it's made room for you. Can you tell?
I guess, yeah.
Or maybe it knows your name.
just was there, no food, no clothing, no weapon, nothing. But when he came back, he had learned many important things about himself. Grandfather, you have eaten at my table. I was at your birth, and at the birth of your children. I was the cry when you came into this world. You were there when my daughter was born. There were paintings on the wall. I felt something watching over me. You felt the circle unbroken. You were not afraid. My wife was not afraid. I watched her give birth to my child. It was the most incredible night of my life. You embraced it in your heart. I had everything I wanted. You saw the circle and your place. You claimed it. And it made room for you. It made way for you. The way remains open. I'm lost. Nothing is lost. The heart is not. The child is not. The brown cloud full of rain. Nothing is lost.
Darling, I want to drive. Will you stop the car, please? Eden, did you hear me? Stop the car. I want to take over. Don't look at me. Turn around. Turn around.